Now at 10, the latest on the search for the missing Welsh girls in Oklahoma after authorities received a tip. Plus, we'll hear from the Ottawa County Sheriff on what helped lead to the inmates' escape earlier this month and how the city of Pittsburgh is giving back to the community for the 35th year.
The four states' most watched news starts now.
The search for the missing Welsh girls continues after nearly 23 years. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. It's the latest development in the search for Ashley Freeman and Laura Bible, who disappeared back in 1999. Acting on a tip, the FBI, OSBI, and two sheriff's departments are searching two sites in the Pitcher, Oklahoma area where the two teens were last known to be alive. Investigators believe the two were kidnapped and murdered, but their bodies have never been found. Laura Bible's parents watched as investigators dug today, and even after all these years, the community is eager for answers.
Craig County is wonderful. I mean, there's nothing, and a lot of people that have followed this for 20 years, there's nothing they wouldn't do. I mean, when we put the Facebook page on about 12 o'clock to let people know what we were doing today, it's already got like 5,000, 6,000 hits in 2 hours, so.
Authorities have not yet said whether they've found anything of significance at the sites today. The Ottawa County Sheriff says the recent escape of 4 inmates was not a jail issue, but the fault of a jailer. The inmates escaped the jail on October 4th by running through a door left open while repairmen were working in the jail pod. One inmate was caught the same day. Authorities caught another October 5th and offered rewards for the other two. Authorities caught those two on October 7th. Sheriff Dean says they're at full capacity with 3 to 4 jailers per shift, and they cannot manage every inmate.
And everybody's like, well, why is the Sallyport door open? Well, the Sallyport door was open because they was welding and cutting metal in the Sallyport, so they needed that as ventilation. Is that an excuse? No, it shouldn't have been open.
Sheriff Dean says these 4 inmates are the only ones who've escaped this year. Oklahoma today executed a man who killed his 9-month-old daughter 20 years ago. Attorneys for Benjamin Cole did not dispute that he killed Breonna Cole in 2002. But they argued that Cole was severely mentally ill and that he had a growing lesion on his brain that had worsened in recent years. Cole delivered a sometimes rambling 2-minute prayer while strapped to the gurney before the lethal injection this morning. He was the 6th Oklahoma inmate to be executed since the state resumed carrying out executions in October of 2021. Sam Lane joins us now with a first look at the weather.
And it was a beautiful day across the area with lots of sunshine and warm temperatures. A little bit on the chilly side this morning, but it warmed up pretty nicely. Radar is all clear, but that's going to be changing too. We do have a fire weather warning though tomorrow for northeastern Oklahoma. That goes until 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. But I would suspect that a large part of our area is going to be under some kind of fire advisory tomorrow due to the humidities, the warm temperatures, and those gusty winds, as well as the drought that is still ongoing for our area from southwest Missouri, southeast Kansas, northeast Oklahoma. They updated the map today, expanded the exceptional drought a little bit further to the east, as rainfall has been scarce for quite a few folks across our area. Tomorrow, winds are going to be in the 20-mile-per-hour range, gusting up to 30 up to the north. So please be aware of that tomorrow with any outdoor flames that might be going on. We definitely don't need a bunch of grass fires. And we're going to have a warm up over the weekend and some rain on Monday. We'll have all the details coming straight up.
All right, see you soon. MoDOT is already preparing for the possibility of severe winter weather this year. Of course, this is video from previous winters. The department today held its winter weather drill. It consisted of crews being deployed to react to a simulated forecast of significant snow for the entire state. Officials say this drill is even more important this year because of staffing shortages.
So we can't just put them in a dump truck and say, good luck. We have to train those people. So at the beginning of the season, a lot of time, the new people will be in their training with a seasoned employee. So efficiency, it takes a bit to train those people before we can actually let them take the truck by themselves.
MoDOT says it spent more than $53 million on winter operations last year. Today was Project Warmth Day, and the city of Pittsburgh organized a fundraiser for those in need. This fundraiser served meals that each cost $10. The money goes to families to help with their utility bills as it gets colder. The local pastor says it's crucial to lend a helping hand, especially during these times when the temperatures drop and the utility bills get higher.
What do we not pay? Do we not pay for a prescription? Do we, what do we have to cut out in our grocery budget? And so just to have this to kind of help out with that, to bring some relief.
It's a great way for a business manager or an owner to show appreciation to their staff and, buy lunch for their staff, and they can order that.
Project Warmth has provided help to the community for 35 years. British Prime Minister Liz Truss has resigned following a tumultuous 6-week term in which her policies triggered turmoil in financial markets and a rebellion in her own party. She now becomes the shortest-serving prime minister in British history. The upheaval threatens to undermine Britain's pivotal role in the global economy and NATO. More struggles for Ukraine. The Russian President Vladimir Putin is declaring martial law in 4 provinces in Ukraine that were illegally annexed earlier this month. The move, which violates international law, comes amid ongoing Russian attacks on Ukraine's energy infrastructure ahead of the winter season. Meanwhile, the EU has agreed to impose sanctions against 3 individuals and 1 entity supplying Iranian drones to Russia that have been used to bomb Ukraine. President Biden is back in familiar territory on the campaign trail in Pennsylvania. The president came to tout the bipartisan infrastructure bill being used to rebuild a bridge that collapsed in January. CBS News polling shows the control of the Senate remains a toss-up, and the race in Pennsylvania could decide it. A federal jury in New York has sided with actor Kevin Spacey in a civil lawsuit today, finding he did not inappropriately touch actor Anthony Rapp when Rapp was 14 years old. During the 3-week case, Rapp testified the incident occurred in 1986 when Spacey was 26. Spacey's lawyer told the jury that Rapp imagined or made up the encounter, accusing him of basing it on an acting role he had played. Coming up, Crowder College celebrates the opening of a new surgical technology program. Plus, how an area organization is giving back in this Halloween season. Crowder College today hosted an open house for a brand new surgical technology program. The purpose of the event was to showcase surgical student skills, new surgical labs, and classrooms. KOAM Shagun Bamidela has more.
The new surgical tech program is a 1-year-long certificate program and offers an associate degree afterwards. The program starts in August and ends in May.
In the healthcare field, surgical technologists and scrub techs, there's a high demand for them. And this is something that Crowder College will be able to service our immediate community and the outlying community as well, with meeting the healthcare needs that are necessary in our region.
Smith says Crowder College started this new program because of the demand.
There was a demand from our healthcare partners in the region that there wasn't enough surgical technologists or scrub technologists to assist in the OR. And so they approached Crowder College, and it was something that we were able to implement this year. So we worked to get it approved through the state of Missouri, and we started offering it this August.
A surgical technologist, also called a scrub, is an allied health professional working as part of a team delivering surgical care.
The important part of what surgical tech does is they're going to keep account as well. We don't want to leave anything in there, of course. So it's very important that they're monitoring what's going into the patient as well as what's coming out to make sure we're not leaving anything behind.
One surgical student says being a surgical tech is important to him.
Very demanding job. It requires a lot of attention to detail. Like I said, sterility is like the most main important thing that happens, and sometimes there's not enough eyes to ensure that. So that's what we're there for.
In Joplin, Shagun Bamidele, KOAM News.
15 students are currently enrolled in that program. The season of giving is here, so a local Joplin organization decided to give back to the community and help families. Seroptimus International of Joplin is an organization that works to improve the lives of women and girls in the community. Today, they visited the Ronald McDonald House of the Four States for their quarterly Seroptimist Gives Back program. They provided lunch and also got festive for the Halloween season by creating decorations for the house and filling Halloween bags for families.
We've helped with some of their like the dishwasher. We purchased dishwasher. We've purchased breast pumps. We've supported nights of stay. Some of our members are actually volunteers here.
Seroptimist Gives Back is a program designed to be hands-on and help other nonprofits that are serving women and girls. It also gives members a chance to learn about the organizations. Some Special Olympics Kansas athletes got a treat of a lesson on local trails today. Special Olympics Kansas hosted a Treat and Trails event for kids at the Watco Trail in Pittsburgh. The event provides a chance for athletes to learn the local trail system and how athletes can use them to access community resources. Local businesses and organizations provided treats for the athletes along the way, which are healthy.
It's important that we work with our athletes and let them know that they can access different resources, different businesses that are in an active way, not just through a car or just through other forms of transportation, but there's ways with bicycling and walking that they can access that as well.
Today's event was geared toward Youth Special Olympics. On Tuesday, an event is going to be held for adult athletes. The Parsons Historical Museum held a unique and fun fundraiser called A Night at the Museum. With a limited budget each year, the Parsons Historical Museum needs to raise money aside from taking donations. And this year they decided to go with the spirit of Halloween and do a fundraiser with a local psychic medium. Not only will she do readings of people at the event, but she'll also tell personal stories and have conversations with those who attend.
But this was a way for us to get people in the doors and raise funds for the museum. We have a lot of ideas and a very small budget, so being able to have an event every year like this and hopefully have it be a great big success for us.
That fundraiser is going to be on Saturday from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m., but has limited seating, so tickets have to be purchased in advance. A little bit later, the Seneca Indians hit the field against the Fatima Comets in the Class 3 state softball quarterfinals.
And we have a little bit of something for everybody in our forecast. I can't wait to tell you all about it when we return. We had a great day across the four states with lots of sunshine and warm temperatures. A little bit on the chilly side this morning, but it warmed up pretty nicely. Right now outside, we're looking at fair conditions, including Seneca, Missouri with the Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Pretty nice night down there. All right, let's take a look at the temperatures this afternoon. They did warm up after we started out in the 30s this morning. We made it up to around 74, 75 degrees here in the Joplin area, a little bit warmer out to the west, even touching 80 in places like Yates Center, Howard, and Sedan, a little bit cooler off towards the east. And this afternoon we made it up to 75 in Joplin, starting out at 39, which was below normal, but we made up for it with the high temperature today. The records are 89 and 24, and we've only had 1/3 of an inch of rain so far this month. But don't fret, because that is going to be changing over the next few days as well, as we desperately need some rainfall. As you can see, over the last few weeks, we've had above normal temperatures pretty much every afternoon, with a few exceptions. This week we had 5, well actually this week we've had 3 below normal, 5 for the month so far, but far outpaced by the above normal of 13 days this month. Temperatures right now are not that bad. Generally in the 50s in our area, some 60s as well, like in Parsons with 61. A little bit cooler down in Delaware County, 49 in Anderson, and 60 over in Cassville. 24 hours ago, though, we were about 15 to 20 degrees cooler at this hour, so we're already starting to see the warm-up beginning as we head into the weekend, and it's looking pretty nice. Dew points right now are still low. We need these dew points to really come up to help with the rain and anticipation of that big storm system that's going to be headed our way on Monday. Right now, though, in Joplin, we're sitting at 55 double nickel here in the area. 55 is what it feels like, 35 on the dew point, 47% on the humidity. Winds are out of the south-southwest today, but that's going to increase tomorrow as well, adding to our danger with the fire, and you can see on the wind forecast tomorrow, generally 30-mile-an-hour winds up north Yates Center and Iola and Chanute, even the mid-20s here in the metro area. So please be careful with any outside flames tomorrow. We don't need any grass fires, as we've been in this drought for quite some time. Then tomorrow evening, the winds will die down just a little bit, but they're still going to be gusty out of the south at around 20 to 25 miles per hour. Lows tonight are going to be generally in the 40s, so the 30s are going away on those southerly winds coming up from the south, bringing up a little bit warmer air. Then tomorrow for your Friday, increasing clouds from the west. Temperatures will be in the low 80s in our rare area, and then a little bit warmer out to the west with mid-80s out in Sedan and in Howard. Then as we go into Saturday morning, we'll see lows in the 60s, so you can kind of see the warming trend as we go through the weekend. Then on Saturday afternoon, gusty south winds, highs in the lower 80s across our area, mid-80s out to the west. Again, fire danger is a concern. Then as we go into Sunday morning, we'll see lows pretty much in the 60s across our area with increasing moisture and those south winds still howling ahead of the storm system. That storm system is going to be dropping down into the west coast over the next few days, but when this thing pulls out into the plains, it's going to eject as a negative tilt shortwave, and basically what that means is strong thunderstorms with the potential of severe storms as well as some heavy rainfall. I don't think anyone's going to mind the heavy rainfall, we just don't want the severe weather. All right, let's take a look at the rainfall forecast, as it's going to be very, very nice to see this if this verifies. Generally around 2 inches of rain. Some places could get up to 3 inches in some isolated spots. Hopefully this map will verify, as we are desperately needing some rain in our area. How about the next 7 days? 84 tomorrow, 82 Saturday. The 82 on Sunday, Dow, is close to a record. The record's 83. Wouldn't be surprised if we break that. Then on Monday, storms, and that continues into Tuesday, and a little bit more mild next week and closer to normal as far as temperatures go.
Get a whole lot of rain next
Those
week.
farmers will be very happy.
A lot of us will be, for
Yes.
sure. Thanks, Sam. Still ahead, the Colgan Panthers hit the field for some Thursday night district action against Uniontown, and the Pitt State defense looks to continue its dominant season this weekend against Missouri Western. Jacob Leonard has that and more up next.
The Seneca Indians hit the field tonight in the Class 3 state softball quarterfinals. Seneca gets to play at home, hosting the Fatima Comets. That's a tough one for the Indians. Facing a Comets team that's 30-3 overall, enters the night on a 10-game winning streak. Top of the second inning, Caitlin Plasmeyer pokes it back up into center field. That scores a run, RBI single for the Comets. They have the early lead. A little later, it's Kinsey Wood into the left field corner. 2 score on the double to make it 4-0 Comets. And they kept the foot on the gas tonight. Kinsey Wood again, this time up and out to left. 3-run homer here. All Comets tonight. They top Seneca to advance to the semifinals 9-0. This weekend is homecoming weekend for the Pittsburgh State Gorillas. Pitt State hosts Missouri Western on Saturday, looking to remain undefeated this season. Now, on the defensive side, Pitt State's been really good all season. The Gorillas are only giving up 15 points per game. That's best in the MIAA. They're also second in the league in sacks with 17. Now, on top of that, this defense just knows how to get off the field. Pitt State's #1 in the MIAA in third down defense, allowing opponents to convert just 32% on third down.
That's what, we get paid on, and that's the down that helps us, solidify that, everything we talk about as a defense. So it's going to be a good challenge this week. This team is, I think, first or second in, third down conversions. And like you said, with us being a real good defense, it'll be a real test to, see how we stand up against a team that, tries to take different shots, different threats on, different situational downs.
The main ingredient there has been just their effort, how hard they play, and how they run to the football. I think sometimes you can erase a few things that maybe comes up throughout the course of the game just because you're playing a lot harder maybe than your opponent, and they play extremely hard and run to the ball.
At the high school level, the Colgan Panthers are one of the hottest teams in the area right now. They've won 5 straight to get to 6-1 overall this season. Now tonight, Colgan on the field for some Thursday night action. District matchup against Uniontown. Huge night for Cooper Simmons. First possession for Colgan, far sideline. Simmons in for the touchdown, makes it 6-0 Panthers. And next possession for Colgan from 4 yards away. Simmons barrels in again, touchdown number 2. It's now 13-0 Panthers. Then Colgan has it at the 40. They give it to Simmons again, and the blocking on this one, A+. Easy 40-yard touchdown for Simmons. That's his third, but listen, still not done. Uniontown trying to make something happen on offense on their next possession, but Tucker Harrell, back there for the Panthers, comes down with the pick, gets a little return. Now there was a penalty on the return, so backed Colgan up a little bit, but it really didn't matter. Harrell going to the air this time, finds Colin Height on the far sideline. He hauls it in. So we're going back to Simmons, another touchdown here, his fourth. He scored 6 touchdowns in the first half alone. Colgan wins and they get a district championship trophy, 61-0. And that's it for sports. We're back with more news after this.
Take some time now to honor a local veteran. Raymond Blevins served in the U.S. Army from 1941 to 1945, World War II era. His hometown, Parsons, Kansas, and we're proud to salute Private First Class Raymond Blevins, a 4-state hero. You know, we have thousands of these heroes in our database from all eras, and we're always looking for more. If you know of a hero, and who doesn't know of a veteran or a currently serving service member, just drop us a line. It's simple to do. Click on the link on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. The weather, things looking up. Temperatures climbing.
Yeah, temperatures climbing for this weekend. A great weekend to get out and enjoy. Just make sure that you are careful with any fire, with temperatures in the 80s. Big storms on Monday with a possibility of severe weather, and then rain with that system, and hopefully we'll get quite a bit from that, and then cooler next week.
Certainly need the rain. Final sports notes.
Big night of high school football. We're going to be live from Seneca to preview their matchup with Nevada right here at 6 o'clock tomorrow night.
Looking forward to that. Thanks for joining us. We're going to leave you with video of Halloween decorations from 1774 Boyer Place in Webb City, Missouri. Let's make it a great tomorrow.